Hello everyone. Today, me and my classmates are going to talk about sensitive subject. Just give me 1 minute. Yes. The subject is violence in the workplace. So, let's begin. Let's dig in and start with our subject.
Alright.
Let's begin with introduction. What is workplace violence in the first place? To find out what is a workplace violence, we must know about the violence. The violence is what the people face as a source of threat to their life or to their body, their health, or something that goes against their rights, human rights. So the same thing is generally in the workplace. When something is going against the human rights, that's a violence in the workplace. And usually it's the fellow workers or bad behavior, bad comments. That's what's the most general reasons of workplace violence.
I graduated from anger management the same way I graduated from Cornell, on time. Now I'm back, got a second chance, and I'm not gonna blow it. So look out, Dunder Mifflin! I mean, look out in a fun way, not like I'm gonna hurt you.
Hey guys, guess who's back? Ow! 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 Oh God!
No need to thank me.
Ah!
I am not a hero. I am a mere defender of the office. You know who's a real hero? Hero from Heroes. That's a hero. Also Bono.
To make it more simple, we can say that articulation of physical or verbal power against other individuals in the work environment is a workplace violence. Violence in the workplace might start just from a verbal assault, but we never know. Sometimes it goes as deeper as a physical damages or physical assault to the workers.
Let me just tell.
For me in my entire life, then get out of that Dunder Mifflin Scranton office because you are no longer
Okay.
allowed at this company. Dunder Mifflin does not work this way. You are a pathetic human being. Get the hell
Right.
out of that office.
Okay,
Who do you think you are? Put Michael Scott
Okay.
on the phone. I don't give a. Put Michael
Okay.
Scott on the phone.
right. Please hold. He just made the list.
By the time it is becoming a bigger issue as a survey in the US Bureau of Labor Statistics, in 2011, savagery and different wounds caused by people or creatures added to 17% of all US war-related fatalities, with murders adding to 10% of the total. From 1992 to 2010, there were 13,827 announced work environment crime casualties, averaging more than 700 casualties for every year. In the United States, as a contrast, statistics show that crimes added to 21% of every war-related casualty for ladies and 9% for men. So,
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
that's a big contrast, as you can see. We did a little research with my classmates and we asked ourselves some questions. So let's try to answer them. First question: why domestic violence is occurring in workplace?
Why?
Yes, that's a good one. Domestic violence is a very dangerous situation that might occur in the workplace. Unfortunately, it happens very often, and sometimes people underestimate the fact. If a person has a problem outside of work, definitely he will bring it onto the workplace. Somehow, it affects others. There are many jobs that are always been on the risk of domestic violence. For example, handling cash job, selling alcohol, and even the police job is also in domestic violence risk.
If I ever said I'm never scared, just know I mean it.
Question number 2: how it affects the workplace exposure. When working individuals feel pressure or violence at home, impacts are very big on the workplace. Most of the time, workers might feel shy or embarrassed to talk about it, or even aggressive, which is very negative for the work. Question number 3 is how the workers can stop the problem themselves. A strong and pleasant working environment gives the casualty a chance to set up monetary freedom and gives casualties access to the assistance they require in the exceptional circumstances. The managers and workers should support the person that got violated by somebody. Means they should guide the person that were and whom they have to report if they face this problem. Also, the idea of workplace having the panic button is a good one, because in case of emergency, the worker can always press it. And the last question we asked ourselves, what help is available for the violated people from workplace? Everybody has a privilege to carry on with an existence free from savagery. It's critical to recall, help is close by. There is not much of help is available right now, but there are some organizations allocated in the society which help the people who got violated from workplace, and this organization try to get a solution of this mistake. They investigate that who did the mistakes and why did it happen. So we believe this way everyone can get equal rights.
Come back here and tell our enemies that they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom!
Coming to the end of discussion, and there are some recommendations from us to you to prevent violence in the workplace. Workplace safety covers different areas depending on the nature of the workplace, and electrical safety, fire safety, fall protection, first aid knowledge, ergonomics, safe use of power tools and equipment, personal protective equipment, basic chemistry, product safety, and there are a lot of more. In order to achieve workplace safety goals, companies must first have to follow some steps. First, management must have a commitment to safety and pay close attention to the safety of people in the workplace. Number 2, the company has established security policies, procedures and standards in the place. Number 3, establish a non-punitive security management mechanism. And number 4, continuous safety and training. Now everyone, we come into our final part. Its conclusion. What we came up with is that everyone has a right to work in a safe environment. The newly revised regulations will better protect workers from dangerous goods and improve overall safety. The new regulations provide improved coordinated header information that will help companies reduce costs and facilitate business operations in Canada and overseas. Employers should establish a policy of absolute intolerance for all violent incidents. Work with the police to identify dangerous situations. Inform the care worker about the relevant information. Employees should participate in violence prevention training. Report all violent incidents to employers, no matter how insignificant the event might look like. Dealing with violence. Consider going to work in high crime rate areas accompanied by someone. If possible, arrange for a day visit. Identify your address and keep track of the exact direction of your home or apartment. Report the location to the employer and the expected return time. Make sure that healthcare equipment, supplies, and personal belongings are not locked in the trunk. Thank you very much for your attention, everyone, and we hope that you found our subject, violence in the workplace, as interesting as we did. Please stay